Because my oven has been on the fritz, I've been learning quite a bit about using my toaster oven. So today I want to show you guys how to make bread in the toaster oven. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara and this is Cooking Made Simple. So this is the toaster oven that I have, guys. This one was $50 a few years ago at Walmart. They do have toaster ovens that are smaller and they cost like $20 or $30, and of course they have more expensive ones. So this is the one that I could afford at the time. And let me tell you, it's been serving me really great for the past month, because ever since Christmas Day, my oven went out completely, and so I've had to resort to this to bake things, all right? So even when I had guests over for Jada's birthday and stuff, and remember when my cousin came and did the mukbang with us, we made a cake in this and it came out fantastic. So first of all, don't rush out to buy things to bake with until you test what you have already, okay? So let me show you really quickly. Well, before we get into that, the toaster oven has some vents up on the top right here, so you cannot cook with it underneath a cabinet like this. So when I have it on that counter over there, I pull it forward when I'm gonna cook. The next precautionary thing is if fire catches inside the unit, do not open the door to try to take the thing out. Keep the door locked and just unplug the wire. That's the two things I remember from the manual, okay? So this one comes with this for rotisserie chicken, and we actually made a really great rotisserie chicken the other day. If you guys want to see me do a video on that, tell me and we'll go do another one, all right? It did not come with any baking trays. You see what I have here. This thing right here is to pull out the shelves. You do like this. But it's always slipping for me, so I don't handle it well, so I don't ever use that. This tray actually came with an old toaster oven that I used to have when I had a small one, and I kept it. Thank goodness I kept it, because for some reason this unit does not come with a shelf, all right? So it does come here with a drip pan. Let me show you this. Let me get this one out first. Right here has a drip pan, so it can cover up the elements here that does the cooking and not mess it up like that. Put this back in. Now this shelf is supposed to go like this, but if you put it like that, there's not a wide space right here for you to do two shelf type cooking. So what I do is flip it over like this, put it on the lower part here, and it opens up a wider girth, all right? So let's take this out. I did not do well when it came to two shelves cooking. I'm still testing when I have to shift the things around and so on and so on, so I'm not gonna show you that today. But let me show you what all I've learned. All right, so take this shelf out. So this is a 6-hole muffin tin, but it's the big muffins. It cannot fit like this because the space from here to here is 12 and from back to front is 12. It does, however, fit like this, and the door closes all the way, so we can actually make muffins. And we've done so. I don't have any to show you right now because they ate it all, but what we did the other day was make the chocolate chip muffin batter and put it in this, you know, this pan that releases from the side, and that will actually fit in there perfectly. And all 3 of these sizes will fit, okay? Because you know this comes by a set of 3. So this cupcake tin or muffin tin will not fit this way, and it will not fit this way, because even though it's in there, the door doesn't close all the way, and it's just like a regular oven where the door has to close all the way, okay? So that won't fit. So let's see. Of course, because this is 12 by 12 and this is 9 by 9, this will fit. You know, do the math. This Rachel Ray one, because it has this extra lip off to the side, I don't know if it's gonna fit, so let's try it. Doesn't go in that way. Oh, it fits that way, so we can actually use that one. I don't know about this rubbery thing here, if that can go in there, but we will check, all right? I think somebody told me it can, but don't go by me. All right, so what I want to show you guys is how to make a loaf of bread. You know how we do our Creole breads, right? And we do at least 5 pounds of flour or 2.5 pounds of flour. You get anywhere from 4 to 9 loaves of bread, right? So I want to show you how to do one. If you're in the dorm and you're like, man, I need some bread or I need some Creole bun, and you don't even have a tray like this, but you have a thing like this, or one like this, a little smaller one, we can make bread. So let's get right into how we make one loaf Belizean Creole bread in the toaster oven. This is 1/4 cup of warm water, and I'm adding some active dry yeast to it and some of the sugar from the allotment of sugar for the bread. I'm going to let it sit here and foam up for about 6 to 8 minutes. We're going to be using coconut milk from the coconut powder, and here's the formula of how to make the milk versus the cream. So I've made the milk. You can also use coconut milk from the tin. Let me go ahead and measure out the milk. And then let's start making the bread. So dry ingredients, all-purpose flour, and then some baking powder, the sugar, and then the butter. The butter is room temperature but not melted. Okay, let me go ahead and mix this up with my hand. I'm going to go ahead and type the ingredients in the description for you guys, okay? The yeast is ready. Let me mix this in. And then add my coconut milk. I heated it up a little bit too, okay? Anything to aid in making the bread be able to rise faster. Now if you need extra water, go ahead and add that a little bit at a time, alright? Because we don't want to over wet this. So I just put a little bit of water in the same cup that I had the milk. And I'm adding it a little bit at a time. Okay. It's coming along. Sometimes I don't need any extra water. I guess it just goes by how you measure the flour and what time of the year it is. I'm going to go get my hands cleaned up and knead. And you can wear gloves if you like, but I'm just making this for us right here. Shape it into a ball. I'm going to put it back into the same bowl that I kneaded it up in. Cover it up. Let it sit here for about 45 minutes to an hour. Then it'll double in size like this. So it's time for us to re-knead. Let me get a little bit of flour. And because we're going to make it into a loaf, like a rectangular loaf, I'm going to roll it out flat with a rolling pin into a rectangle. So we don't want to go too flat, so I would say 1/2 inch thick. Just make sure it's smooth. And then roll it like this, like a towel. Make sure it's tight though, okay? And then I'm going to sew the bottom shut just by pinching it like this. No, we don't want to leave the end open like this, like a cinnamon roll, so we're just going to bend it over. Do the same thing to the next end. This is going to be the back part of the bread, right? So I'm going to grease my loaf pan. Set it in here. I still have some butter on my hand so I could get some on the top. And then cover this up again for another 30 to 45 minutes. Now let me set my oven to preheat. So 350, bake. I'm going to put it on stay on. I'm going to set the timer on my stove, 30 minutes. I always preheat for 30 minutes. Here it is, 30 minutes later. Let's get it in here. Now let me set my timer here for 40 minutes. You can do that too when you're preheating. I just like to preheat with the timer on the oven. I like it to stay on. Okay, 40 minutes later, let's look at our beautiful bread. Ooh, it smells so good. Especially after not eating bread for so long, after doing that Daniel fast, right? Alright, so let me go ahead and dump it out of the pan. You tap on the bottom. It's going to sound like this. And that's how you know it's really cooked. I had to find my spreader because if I use this, people are going to accuse me of using a sword. So it looks, oh, sorry guys. It looks really, really good. It took 40 minutes. If my oven was working, that would have probably taken 30 minutes for this one loaf. Oh, gorgeous. Joshua's right up on it, guys. So what I want to do, first of all, is go do my thumbnail. So if you're like in a college dorm or stuff like that, you don't have to worry about, I can't make any bread because I don't have an oven. If you have a toaster oven, you can do this. You just have to try this bread because of the coconut milk. It's so good. That bread came out great, right? I forgot to show you guys that it can fit a bundt pan. Imagine the fun you can have with that. So look for my playlist that I'm gonna make with the toaster oven series, because we're gonna be having some fun with this, okay? Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're seeing me on Facebook, don't forget to follow, like, and share the page. If you're seeing me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the page. And if you want to see me on a different platform, come and join the membership at Patreon. It's patreon.com/Bear Pantry Show.